What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Idle Hardcore. This is Gen 2, episode 23. This has basically been Magic Week. That's pretty much all we've worked on all week long. I'm going to try to trace through this because I think there's some interesting points to look at here. So bear with me. I may wander here a little bit. So you're wondering why I'm sitting here hammering on Rune Essence with a big or glove. Well, we'll get into this here in a second. But I was sitting there and I wanted to do things a little bit differently with this account, and something caught my eye when I was doing thieving, and I thought, you know what, I want to check this out and see how it goes. And I thought this would be the perfect time either on this account or on adventure, because I don't have magic, or didn't have magic at that time unlocked on either one. I did, and what I'm basically talking about is alternate magic, and I did a little bit of this on my standard account. I think the wiki, or maybe somewhere on Reddit, somewhere I got the idea that the recommendation or a tactic, whatever you want to call it, is to take alt magic up to level 40 or so and then go into combat from there. Basically, you're going to have some spells you can use, and you're going to have a baseline. You're going to be able to equip some decent gear, and you're not starting from scratch. So what I saw during thieving, if I come into here, was this Amulet of Incantation. It takes a 0.2 seconds off of the magic interval and gives you a 10% chance of rune preservation. I don't think there's anything else to it. But I saw that and I thought, you know what, I want to try that out. But there's a couple of spells that caught my eye too. So you do just learning thing. You basically, there's some, I have tons of nature and air runes. So I thought, I can let this thing run. I know I gather the recommendation is to not let this thing go for too long on alt magic, just go to regular magic. But I thought, you know what, I haven't really followed through all these different things you can do. So I wanted to check them out, and I found some cool things in here that I actually didn't know, and it's kind of nice to have paid attention to this finally. So basically, you have to have these runes, and I have a crap ton of these runes from other sources and rune crafting and whatever. So I don't really know what to burn them on. You click on this, you select an item, and it does its thing. So I could select these, and it's gonna, what this one will do is convert this item into one rune essence. So it's kind of feeds back into itself, because then let's say you have a big stack of bones, you could convert those to rune essence, which then could go back into these. It's not efficient, but like you can recycle some of this stuff. But this is a very small XP. I don't even know if it says on here how much XP you get. It should. Oh, it says here. You have to highlight it. So this one's just real simple. The one that caught my eye was this item alchemy. And this here says it converts selected item to gold worth 160% of the item's base price. And with that little, of course, the pendant really doesn't do what I wanted it to do. I thought, well, the fine coin purse would help. I thought the signet ring would help. And then I thought the signet ring was bugged. And then I read the signet ring and I was like, shit. So it says, where does it say that? 100% gold granted from all sources except alt magic and item sales. So that shot that one down. I did this item alchemy with whales. Let's see here. Click image to choose. I don't have any whales. I burned through them. They were selling for like 1,600, 1,500, something like that. I came back about an hour later. They were making 4 million, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's with the anything that I could put on from the basically some of this thieving gear. I don't think these add bonuses, but like, see, this is thieving. That's thieving. This thing's thieving. This one's global. The sneakers are global, and the fine coin purse is global. I could have got a little bonus out of that pendant instead of wearing this one for alt magic. Instead of wearing this Amulet of Incantation, I could have wore this jeweled necklace and made a little bit more money. But it's not like some grand, oh my god, it's the most amazing money ever. Really, I just wanted to try this out and see how it went. And I tried a couple of these other things in here and found a few cool things. So the money making isn't great. It is a money making source. If you need some cash along the way and you're trying to level up your magic skill, this is certainly not bad. These item alchemy 1, 2, and 3. I don't. It's just. I think it's just the amount, the percentage that you can do. And no, you can't take in-game dungeon gear that sells for 200,000 and put it in here. It is a select list of items. Like it's not everything in your inventory. So maybe there is some really solid ones in there, but whales being one of the most expensive things that you can on the list, I don't know. Maybe the money's just not there, and that's okay. I wasn't necessarily trying to have this as a money maker. I just wanted to see what it did. But I did find some cool things along the way because, like I said, I pretty much ignored this. This superheat will change create the bar using the ore. So let's say you needed to create some, Jesus. Oh, you need to create some dragonite bars. You click on this thing, this superheat, and you select your bar, and this will do this. Well, I guess it does take all the requirements. I thought it didn't take any of them. Whatever. I did not. Oh, it only needs one. I don't have any. I didn't do this one. I did just learning. I did item alchemy because it went to money. I did this bone offering. This is pretty sweet. You can let this thing run overnight and you end up with a bunch of bones the next day. I thought that was cool. This here will feed into herb lore because your melee accuracy potions use these. There's probably a few other things I'm not thinking of, but that was the immediate one. So you could actually magic up some bones and then go use them in herb lore and raise your level there. I think I skipped superheat too. I did item alchemy because this is 100% now. And then I think I started doing rags to riches, which will convert. Well, no, I didn't do this one. This is the junk from fishing gets turned into a random gem. So this is pretty cool too. If you manage to do magic first and then come back to fishing and have a bunch of this crap from fishing left over, you can make some gems from it at least. Blessed Offering is another really cool one. This makes holy dust, which I didn't know. I always got holy dust from combat. This would probably be far more efficient because I have like 100,000 of them. I let this run for a while, and the runes it does, Earth and Nature, are super easy. Like you can get these from combat. Like I have all these runes, and I don't remember where I got them from. Probably rune crafting, probably some combat along the way. But these holy dust go into a lot of stuff in herb lore over here. I think there's at least 2 or 3. Magic Assistance, Divine. I think there's a third one. Yeah, maybe not. Well, there's 2 of them. Plus the Holy Dust. The cool thing about the Holy Dust is every 3 of them becomes... Oh, God, where did I put them? So this 100,000 Holy Dust is 300,000 prayer points. So you can actually generate a lot of prayer points there, too. I don't know that this is better than fishing, necessarily, but because it's going to take a lot of resources to get, where fishing just gives you the fish. So it's the more efficient one. But if you just had a bunch of this laying around, there you go. So those were cool. Rags to Riches 2. This is really cool. I let this run on this for a while. This one converts coal into random gems. Plain and simple. So if you have a ton of coal and a bunch of I had to make some spirit runes. And maybe earth or water. I ran out of one of these other ones. But this makes random gems. So I had a nice fat stack of gems. I do have a nice fat stack of gems. There's 50, 40, 20, 19. Like I made a bunch of stuff out of this. I let this run for a few days. And you can see now I'm at level 81. I have not done any combat with this magic at all. This is all from alt magic. I just let it run. Would I let this go to 99? No. This is to the point now where, I could fish up some stuff or use some other alternate item and do item alchemy, but it's only going to give me 39 XP, and I'm at level 81. I'd have to go to 95 to get the next one, and it's just not worth it. In fact, what is our next skill here? What is our next thing? That will be Superheat 4. I don't really see the value in it. I don't really need ingots or anything. Like if I was going to do that, I would go through and do smithing. So I hit level 80 and I'm pretty happy with it. And this was like in 2 days worth of grind. So this means I don't have to let my character go into combat all day long. Which this for hardcore, I would manage that. I would pay attention to it because I can't lose this one. I've already lost one. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die in a dungeon. I don't want to die because I forgot food or something. So I'm trying to be as careful as I can with this account. And getting this up this far, I may let this thing go to level 85, but I may start going out into combat. And I may take this opportunity, which is, I kind of went into some combat because my strength and ranged are up a little bit from last week. I do want to start going into, when I let this thing run during the day, I want to start getting into combat and gearing up because I do have some gear. Because I'm where I'm at and because I have rune crafting maxed out, I was able to craft the best rune stuff that I can. I do have this new ring of spirit power. I've got some wizard scrolls that I thieved up. I went ahead and I've got the yak tablets and the witch tablets, which gives you damage 2% damage reduction with the synergy. So I've got those equipped. I've got this elementalist gloves and this magic wand. The magic wand is why we are mining rune essence. This was something I found not when I started the game, but kind of later into my standard account, and it was far enough in that I was like, you know what, I really need to think about this and pay attention to it. And I always forget. And what I'm talking about is the upgrade button, and this was something I didn't catch until very early on. If you click on rune essence, there is an upgrade button. I did not understand why there was one there. I thought, that's stupid. And then I clicked the button and I saw. Basically, if you upgrade this, it becomes these basic magic wands. So I have 393,000 rune essence. If I come over here to this side here, let me upgrade one of these because I don't have, got to get on the right thing here. Got to click this, click upgrade. We're going to upgrade one of them. And we're going to click on this. Oh, I had to switch over to my agility. I had to switch my agility pillar back because I was just too tight on space, way too tight on space. And in fact, I want to go, one thing I do want to do is go back in, total side note. When I go into thieving, I want to get enough of these marksman sigils. And I think I have the wizard one. I need to get the knight one. I want to get I didn't have it discovered yet. So I need to free up some space or do something else. But I wanted to get to those. I do have the magic one, as I pointed out here. I just need to get the melee and ranged one. I'm trying those. I'm checking them out on my standard account. I really like them. Those are really nice rings. And I think the melee one could replace the sandstorm ring for me. Sandstorm ring is really cool. And it has benefits for other things, but I think that new ring is actually really solid for damage, I think. Anyway, back to magic wands. Total sidetrack complete. If you're on Rune Essence and you click the upgrade button, it will create a magic wand, a basic magic wand. If you go over into the basic magic wand and click upgrade on that, it goes to a powerful magic wand. Cool. So for 100 regular magic wands, you get a powerful one. Awesome. That's good. So you go over here. Your powerful magic wand also has an upgrade item, but it wants 100 of these. So I'm going to need a lot of rune essence. As far as I can tell, and my math maybe is pretty bad these days, if I was to upgrade, say, 1,000,000 of these things, 1,000,000, if I could have 1,000,000 rune essence, I should have enough, I think. So I've got 4 of those. That was basically 400,000 rune essence to make 400 of these things to make 4 of these. These are supposed to upgrade into this elite magic wand. I'm just going to go ahead and I shouldn't do that because I do have a full bank. I need to make some room in here somehow, but that is going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I think I might just get rid of some of this rune essence just to free some room, but I'll sort all that out off camera. I need to get something figured out with that. Or you know what? I could just bury these and make some room right now. I did get into a little bit of combat because I got some wildflowers here, which I may just go ahead and burn those off into potions. And I don't know. I need to get my items sorted. I need room badly. But actually, one thing I could do, getting back to the thieving thing, if I go back to, I'm really liking the crafting and thieving summoning tablets, because that synergy sells off all the crap that you get, so you only need enough room for the good stuff. So I think I might whip up a bunch of those and then go back into, actually I could go and toss these on too. Free up a little bit more room. Okay, now I got some space, so any extra stuff that comes along, I'm good. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. And I wanted to do this. I don't know why. I know there's probably a more efficient way of doing that, but this works towards a little bit of the mining masteries. I wanted to just kind of tinker around with this and let it run. I don't necessarily think I'll go, and I may need more than 1 million, because that was 400,000 to get 4. So my math is definitely probably way off. Probably I need 10 million or something. I'm getting older and a little bit rusty on math, but I know there are things that generate these magic wands, and I kind of wanted to tinker with this, with the easy ones. And I really just did that for this video specifically because it's something that I didn't know originally. And then as I played the game and found that, I was like, hey, that's cool. I've been wanting to try it. I have smithed up, or I shouldn't say smith. I have mined up a few of these on my standard account. And then I got kind of sick of it and said, well, that's not the way to do this. There are ways of getting this powerful magic wand. There are also ways of getting the elite magic wand, and I think they come from, I want to say, that's not the fire god. I want to say it might be the water god. There's a shard in here. I think it might be the water god gives you that. I don't think you get any of that stuff from these other places. Hall of Wizards, maybe. Nah, you don't get anything there. I don't think there's a Slayer area. No, it's not those. What's this guy drop? He just drops some junk there. What's this one drop? She drops the elites. So if you're farming out the Cursed Maiden, you might get some of the elites. The elites go together. You have the, whatever, the basic, the powerful, the elite. When you get the elite, you need so many elites to go in and start making, this is where I could never figure out. If you go into rune crafting and staves and wands, down here, these imbued, the water imbued, earth imbued, and fire imbued, they're going to want this elite magic wand. I could never figure out where to get enough of that stuff to work on these. And that's where this whole journey's kind of led to, is that you can actually upgrade to those if you put enough grind into it. You don't have to necessarily collect as much from combat. I will probably get mine from combat, but like I said, I just wanted to demonstrate this whole thing here for this specific episode because that's where it came from. Let's see. Like I said, we do have the Book of Spirit Power. We have the Ring of Spirit Power. I also went and got the Book of Scholars. I wanted to give this thing a shot because there are some skills. Well, I guess I needed it during alt magic, but there are some skills that you get a global skill bump, but you lose gold except for item sales, which depending on the skill, this might be helpful. I probably should have had that for alt magic. Basically, I was rocking the fire making skill cape and the Ring of Skills. If I'd have had this, I'd have got another 3%. So I could probably ditch this. You know what? I think I'm just going to ditch this thing now. Get rid of it because I'm already past where I wanted to be. I'll use that on my adventure account. Let's see here. That, I think, that's our time here. We're going for a while. That, I think, is going to do it. I did jump, real quickly, I did jump into the Hall of Wizards for a little while, and I got some gear out of this. And I think once I got one of these red pieces of gear, I thought, you know what, I can rune craft something. I need to farm this. I don't think I'm going to farm it for the ancient gear, but I need the Book of Eli because there's some good spells that come out of that. Or I could just ignore it completely. I'm going to need to farm it all out at some point. And actually, I need to farm it out for the pet and all the items in it. So, real quickly here, what do we have for pets? I think I went through with this account. Ranged magic. Okay, so combat, the peaks. All right, so I have done everything but wizards, Myolite, and then the thicker stuff. Okay. So I'll definitely go in and start doing the Hall of Wizards, get the pet from that, get the gear out of it. That'll be where I level up my ranged gear. I would love to see ranged and magic both at 85, because then I can start equipping gear out of the air and water god dungeons. So you can pretty well imagine that we're going to start looking at finishing some of these dungeons real quick. I'm leveled up really well in my melee, really well leveled up in magic. Range needs to come up. So combat wise, I'm going to be getting into combat with all this stuff. We're going to be gearing up the mage. And for everything else, I don't know. I definitely need to hit up some food. Well, of course, I have a bunch of these perfect ones, but never hurts to have extra. So I don't know. Working on magic. That's what we're doing right now. And that will do it for this episode. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.